I think I might have been making a huge mistake in my disc golf bag. So ever since I started playing disc golf, Discraft has been the primary company that I've thrown. If you've been following this channel for a while, you know that's because when I got into the game in August of 2020, Discraft was the major player in the sport. Paul had just signed with Discraft, Foundation was Discraft exclusive, all the content on YouTube was Discraft, so naturally, I started throwing Discraft. And because of that, pretty much from the beginning, I've been bagging the Zeus. I usually bag two of them, an ESP Zeus and a Big Z Zeus. This has been my go-to overstable distance driver. It's what I've always had in the bag. It's what I've always relied on, and I've never really given other discs a fair shake until I let you guys build a new bag for me. If you haven't seen that video, it's linked down below, but I took every disc I own, I put them head to head, you guys chose, you built a bag for me, and in the overstable driver slot, it was this Destroyer that actually won out. And I have to say, I was shocked at how much I liked throwing this disc. I don't know exactly why, but for some reason I've had a prejudice in my head against Innova. Maybe it's just not wanting to throw what everyone else throws, which is ironic since I throw a lot of Discraft, but I've never given the Destroyer a fair shake. So I decided it was time once and for all to figure out which driver is actually better. Is it the OG Destroyer or is it the Discraft Coffee Cat? Let's get into it. All right, and here we go, hole one of the longs out at Crockett. Now, I've never actually played the long tees out here, but I figured since we're doing the distance driver face-off, Zeus versus Destroyer, this would be a great layout to test these longer shots. Hole one, place 382, you got this little gap, and then you're just straight ahead, baskets tucked around the hill, just a little bit to the right, but overall, it's a pretty straight. We're gonna have to get these out on some Big Annie or try some forehands with them. We're gonna alternate shot. I'll throw Zeus, then Destroyer. I have 3 of each, so 6 in total. I'll probably throw a couple on each hole because we're not out here just trying to keep score. We're trying to get a feel for which disc we like better. Zeus up first. Not bad. Now get down. Okay, we're definitely left. We didn't get over on enough, but that might not be too bad. Hard to tell on the distance though. Now let's put a Destroyer out there. Didn't get over on it. It's actually holding that pretty good though. All right. Once again, a little left, hard to tell if I got the distance right. Let's go back to the Zeus. Big Z Zeus this time. I definitely got it more right to begin with. Pretty straight, gonna fade in. Okay, that one should be a little better. And another Destroyer. Oh, okay. I got over on it too much. Wow, that held straight for so long. Not gonna lie, that was kind of a crush though. That looked pretty good. All right, with our last two, we're going forehands. Big Z Zeus up first. Definitely cranked over on it, but it's fighting back, fighting back. Oh, whoa, huge skip at the end, and I think I'm way long. Over on that one again too. Coming on back. Ooh, not bad. We'll have to see. All right, couple really great shots with the Zeus and the Destroyer. I'm standing at the Big Z Zeus now. The Destroyer is over right next to my bag. Overall, super happy with that. Now, the other ones we threw were just kind of scattered around the basket in a similar proximity, although the ones that went deep did go really deep. This hole is a downhill shot the whole way, so I did get some pretty good carry on those shots. Those were definitely in the 420, 430 range, which overall, I'm pretty stoked about. That is a good starting hole for the Zeus and the Destroyer. Hole 2, placed 430 feet all the way down there by the tree line, tucked up against the left. This would be an absolute crush to get there for both of these discs, but we're gonna give it a shot, see what we got. Real quick though, let's talk about hand feel. We have the Zeus and the Destroyer, both 12-speed drivers, same flight numbers, 12.5, -1. 3, for all intents and purposes, the Zeus is just a copy of the Destroyer. It's Paul McBeth's copy. When he moved from Innova over to Discraft, he wanted that Destroyer mold that Discraft didn't have, so he made the Zeus. Now, most people would probably think that the Zeus is a touch less overstable than the Destroyer, but that's the thing with the Destroyers. The mold is so inconsistent between runs, it really is disc dependent. So that's ultimately what we're out here trying to figure out. Which of these discs do I like better? Which feels better in the hand? And which flies better for me? Zeus up first. Here we go. Oh, see, no flip up. That's gonna be straight in the woods. Not much distance on it either. Overall, not very happy with that shot. Let's throw a destroyer, see what we got. Oh, not bad. A little lower, a little more power though. Still no flip up. A touch of tailwind on this hole, so I'm gonna have to get over on it a little bit more. Let's try one more of each. One more Zeus. Here we go. Just trying to really get over on these, get the big flex to get there. Oh, well, I didn't get over on it. Touch of hyzer. Stable the whole way. In the trees with the first one. All right. Destroyer. Oh, well, I put that one way more out to the right, so at least I won't be in the trees. But once again, hyzer the whole way. No flip up, nowhere near the distance I needed. All right, not a great showing on hole 2. All right, we made it to our first Zeus. Our second Zeus is maybe another 15, 20 feet up there. And then interesting, both destroyers are almost on top of each other, maybe 50 feet up from this Zeus. So I don't know if that was just the throw or if the disc goes a little farther. I mean, it was probably just the throw, but it's an interesting trend that we'll keep an eye on, see if that continues. Right now, the destroyers are out driving the Zeus. Here are those two destroyers right on top of each other, went quite a bit farther than our Zeus is. All right, here we go. Hole 3 plays 270. Now this is the short tee. I couldn't find a long tee out here, actually, so I'm not sure if there is one. So for the sake, we're just gonna play the short tee, 270 out in the field, back behind those bushes. If you watched my video where I let you guys choose my entire bag, I actually threw this exact destroyer on this hole. Did pretty okay. So destroyer, Zeus, one of each on this one. Just get them up high on hyzer, let them fade in. Zeus up first. See, it looks good. Is it long enough or is it in the bushes? Oh, it's short of the bushes. Oh, back door though. There's the little back door gap back there. I think that'll putt. Destroyer. Oh, I did the same thing. How much hyzer? My goodness, even shorter. I mean, I just fluffed them. Wow. Horrible shot with the destroyer right here. It's just a little jump putt up and over, maybe a big throw. Put it high, let it crash down. Oh! I hit the basket. That was pretty cool. The Zeus got this little sneaky backdoor route, actually. It's not a bad tap in. It's not a bad tap in. Not a bad tap in for a par. Unbelievable. Hole 4 plays 476 all the way down the hill. The basket is actually in the woods, tucked in that little gap, that little opening straight out there. It's a little bit downhill, not a ton though, so I know I'm not getting 476. We're gonna go with our flippier of our two Zeuses and destroyers respectively. See if we can't get a nice flex shot, try and get at least to the mouth of the opening, see what we can't do. Let's go Zeus up first. Tiny bit of flip up out of it. Definitely not enough, sort of just a big hyzer, puts me right into the trees that I don't want to be in. Let's try the destroyer. See if we can't improve on that. Okay, definitely got that one a little bit better. Came out of my hand better, it's pushing farther. That is actually a pretty good shot. I'm happy with that. Not all the way into the opening, but at 460, 476, that wasn't gonna happen anyway, so. Let's throw a couple more here just to get these discs in our hands, get a feel for them. Oh, that wasn't it. Woo, hard to keep our hand dry. Do it. Let's go. That was a sick little jawbreaker zone throw-in. Oh, heck yeah, dude. All right, hole 5, 396. Blind shot, left to right moving, out the gap, over the hill, and the basket's tucked behind some bushes down there. So this one's a beast. We're going big flex forehands. See if we can't get down there for something. Destroy up first. Oh, it looks good. That might be really good. I don't know if it got far enough, but the line looked so good. Let's throw the Zeus. Oh, once again, did I replicate it? Push. Two of the better forehands I've thrown in a long time. I'm so excited to see where those discs are. Awesome. Wow, these were some killer forehands. I'm really stoked about this. This is the Destroyer. The Zeus is just a little bit further down the hill, which is just because that Zeus is a little flippier than the Destroyer, so it gets more push. But man, overall, I am crazy stoked with that. Do it. Oh, way too long. And the Zeus. Huh. Let's go. You know, we're not taking the threes, or I'm in the twos, but that's not bad for my forehand. All right, here we go, hole 6, 253, straight down the tunnel. This is a tight one and a weird one. I would never really throw 12 speed on this hole normally, but I'm thinking if we can just kind of do like a little baby flex on them, because there's not a lot of room. What on earth? I mean, is that a bird, a bug, what? Can you hear that? Anyways, little touchy flex line. I don't know, but we're gonna have to land them soft. So a lot of anhyzer. Let's try the Zeus first. Well, we hit the gap well, but that's gonna flare. See, this is the problem. Good shot, but because it's such a high speed, it's gonna be all the way in the river. I mean, just huge flare. So I gotta get even more over on it. See the Destroyer. And that one I got more over on. Actually, great kick, honestly, because that was going right into the bushes. So hard shot for a 12 speed. All right, hole 7, place 215, up this tunnel to the right. Just a little touchy forehand, up the tunnel. See if we can't get him flat, get him up the hill. Get a good skip. Zeus up first. Into the ground, big skip, keep pushing. We're at the top of the hill, but we're definitely not far enough to the right. It'll be a long putt. Let's go with the Destroyer. Oh! A redemption shot with the Destroyer. That's so much better. Oh my gosh, get past that. Oh, just parked it on the second one. It's always the second one. All right, long stepper for the Zeus. Through all these trees, touch of Annie, come on. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Oh, so close. Couple inches low. All right, redemption Destroyer, getting up here, getting work done. Oh yes, easy birdie. Kind of doesn't count. Kind of does, I don't know. Here we go, hole 8, 211. Nice little touchy technical shot through the trees down the hill. Once again, I don't have to be so touchy with these little bad boys, but Zeus up first. I mean, is this a standstill driver shot? Baby walk up, if I can ever get my hands dry. My goodness, what is happening? Nope, okay, all right. It's so hot, everything is just wet. Just dripping. I don't have a towel. Now I'm complaining. Here we go. Get under it. Why so high? I mean, all right, that's fine. I don't know how I would throw that shot with this speed disc. I mean, is it like a little sneaky forehand down this tiny tunnel route? Down this tiny tunnel route, yeah, nope. Well, actually, that's the best of the bunch. I don't know, man. Little Annie stepper. Up, hold. Oh, well, the line was good. And here we go, hole 9. Big time par 4, 704 feet, all the way straight down the power lines with a big headwind here. Big headwind. We're gonna try and just hit this backhand route because I'm afraid of the big forehand and end up down there. We'll try one of each because I don't think the backhand is the smart play, but we finally get to really open up on these. It's what I want to do. So big backhand, little flex, straight to the right of that power pole. Here we go. Oh! Oh! That was nutty. Big bump in the T-pad. We almost just died. Okay, let's just go with the Destroyer. Just try and erase that from our memory. Be a little more careful on the run-up. Jeez. Here we go. Oh my gosh. And welcome back from Crockett. So let's talk about what just happened and what we just learned. Now, I recognize that wasn't my best round of disc golf, but I wasn't trying to keep score. I wasn't trying to shoot a course record out there. I was just trying to get a feel for these two discs to see which I would like. And I'll be fully honest, I went in 100% expecting to like the Zeus better. This is the disc I know. This is what I've always thrown. I thought this was going to be my favorite, but to my surprise, I actually preferred the Destroyer. Now let's talk about why. These discs are pretty similar, but there are some small differences. If you look at the numbers on the rim, the depth and the height are just barely different. The Destroyer is actually a little bit thinner and a little bit shallower than the Zeus. And I have to say, I didn't think that would matter, but for my hands, which are on the more medium size, that actually made a big difference. One of the things I've struggled with the Zeus is that I just always seem to have trouble getting comfortable in the hand with it. And there are times where I feel like it just kind of slips out of my hand funny. And so more often than not, I stay away from this disc unless I really have to throw it. And I just throw my more overstable Grace whenever I can get away with it. But interestingly enough, the dimensions of the rim on the Grace and the Destroyer are actually very similar. The width of the rim is actually identical on these two discs, even though the Grace is listed as an 11 speed and the Destroyer is listed as a 12 speed. So because the rim is a little shallower and a little narrower, I found this disc, the Destroyer, to be more comfortable in my hand, which means I was getting cleaner releases and having better results with this disc. Now, the other thing that I appreciated about the Destroyers, this yellow Star Destroyer is actually a lighter weight Destroyer. This is 168 grams. And so I was getting more turn out of this than any other disc in this pile. And having different stabilities is really helpful. I have a little bit of that with the Zeus. This disc is more beat in than this disc, so the Big Z Zeus flies more over skid, right? But generally speaking, Zeus's come in just a few plastics and you kind of have one stability in my experience, and that's sort of what you have. But Destroyers, I know, are famous for coming in a ton of different plastics and a ton of different runs and a ton of different stabilities. And to me, that's really exciting. So as shocked as I am to say this right now, it's absolutely happening. The Destroyer is kicking the Zeus out of the bag. The Pride Zeus is being pushed to the sidelines, and the Destroyer is making the bag. Now, what I think is going to happen is I'm going to bag this lightweight 168 Star Destroyer. This will be my flippier distance driver. This is what I'll use if I need the S-turn, the max distance bomber. That's going to go in the bag. And then I have this other Star Destroyer, which is just a max weight, and then I have this Destroyer max weight. So these two are pretty similar, pretty much the same. This one is a little newer. This is the one you guys chose when you built my bag, and this one is also from a tournament I played in La Mirada, a doubles tournament, which was a ton of fun with my buddy Donda. Shout out to Donda back in Huntington Beach. So this disc has some sentimental value to me. I also love the way it looks and flies. This disc is gonna make the bag, and for the first time ever, I guess I'm a Destroyer guy. We're bagging Destroyers. Who would have thought? I mean, maybe that's not shocking to you as it is to me because everybody bags Destroyers, but you have to understand, this is a big deal for me. This is a big change. So it feels good. It feels uncomfortable. It feels weird, but it feels good. All right. Well, hey, appreciate you guys hanging out. Appreciate you watching the channel. If there are any other discs you think maybe I've overlooked that I have to try, that I should shoot out against discs that are in my bag, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to see what else is out there that maybe I just haven't thrown, haven't thought about in a little while that I should throw. I have to say, off that same video, the Wraith, I forgot how good that Wraith is. I don't know that it'll kick the Graces out of my bag, because that's like my favorite mold. If not second favorite, it could be the Undertaker, but we'll see. Anyways, let me know in the comments below. You guys are awesome. Thanks for hanging out. My name is Andrew Wood, and remember, the journey is the destination. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.